Warrior Gang, welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for joining me. If you're new, you know what to do. Hit that sub button, hit that like button, because you're gonna like what you see today, even if we don't catch fish. It's gonna be a fun time. I got my buddy Jay Lee over here struggling. And why are you struggling, young man? Tell the folks what happened.
Oh my God. All right, so story is, I just got my blood drawn this morning, which I did not know was gonna even happen. I was actually informed last night. So that was a surprise, because I was gonna actually come out here earlier with David. But so yeah, I have no fear of needles, nothing like that. Shots never faze me. The needle goes in, I see the blood, I'm fine. The second one goes in, and all of a sudden the start just fades. And I'm like, whoa, not okay. And I literally black out, and I lose consciousness. It felt like I slipped into a dream. You know when you're really tired?
Yes, I do.
Slip into a dream, like that's what happened.
So you passed out this morning.
Yeah.
Because you were so excited to come fishing, and then you forgot the most important part of the day. So this man forgets this heavy ass battery, so he had to go get it from the house, and now we're ready to go, man.
Yes, sir.
We're a little late, okay? We usually don't start this late. It's 10 a.m., but it is the fall, okay? We've got water temps in the upper 50s, thank God. I thought they were gonna be lower 50s, in which case we might have had a little bit harder time. I think we're gonna be good though. However, the gentleman up there, the guy kayaking, told me that the water level had fluctuated. You tell me if this is true, bro. You live nearby.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, it was low.
If you guys have ever seen the gorge in the fall, you know this place gets drained at least 20 feet. It goes low.
Yeah, stupid low. So nothing like that lately.
No.
All right. So we've got relatively stable conditions then in terms of the water fluctuation and level. This guy's on a huge bass boat out here. Good Lord. Anyway. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's fish.
Let's get out.
What's happening? How you doing, Carson? You kicking his ass or what? Wait, slow down.
Still got one?
Only got one.
What's that on?
6XG.
All right, nice to meet you, Carson. Good luck, all right? Keep fishing hard, man, all the way to the ramp. You need like another fish.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you got more than us so far. All right, Warrior Gang, it's good to be back out here. My buddy Jay Lee's in the back of the boat throwing a 6X. No, you're throwing a jerkbait.
Right now.
Okay. And he's using some gear that I led him to, the Powell Diesel. I'm so proud of this man for taking my advice on that, because it's been, what, probably the best crank thing in your arsenal, right?
$70 I ever spent, I could say.
Yeah,
I mean,
no doubt.
Yeah, no doubt.
And unfortunately, they discontinued it, but you know, that's kind of the pattern in the industry. Good stuff comes out, people buy it up, and then they replace it with something more expensive because it's all about the dollar. But today, it's all about the fish. It's all about bass, baby.
I want to see this rod bending like that.
Me too, man. So we're gonna start out with a jerkbait, an XPS clearance jerkbait that I picked up years and years ago. It's been a good player for me in the early and later portions of the year, being early spring and you know, mid and late fall. Now that's better. That's perfect. I've also got some really deep, like 8-9 foot jerkbaits that suspend. So yeah, we're back in this cove trying to escape the wind a little bit and also check out some shallower water. And this cove generally has deeper water all throughout, but up against the shorelines, you've got sort of a nice sloping, you know, topography down into like deeper water. So the fish have an option to stay out deep and also go shallow. And those are areas you really want to key in on, because if you think about the nature of a fish and how it hunts, they're going up and down these different depth zones to feed. So if you have an area where there's deep water adjacent to shallow, and then you've got points on top of that and cover, you just add these different layers of desirable things, right? And then you find areas that are better than others. So hopefully this is one of them. The only way to find out is to fish it. Still got this jerkbait, the XPS. Shallow diver. Oh. And we're staying shallow for the first portion of the day, and then we'll obviously adjust if it doesn't work. Can't really get too comfortable until we have some keepers in the boat, man. Now, once we get to the other side of this cove, there is a stupid concentration of leaves everywhere, so that makes using some trebled baits a lot more difficult. So I'm gonna take advantage of this side, work the trebled baits around till we get to that back point. And then as we come up over here with all these leaves and work our way out, I'll switch to like a jig or a Texas rig or just something that can work through the leaves a little bit better. So hopefully that gives you guys a good idea of what the hell I'm thinking in the first 30 minutes of our day. Now, one thing I don't ever want to do to you, man, is backboat you. So I want you to scream loud to the viewers that I'm backboating if I am. Because
in all my years of fishing, or no, I shouldn't say you. In all the times that I've gone fishing with you, even the first time, I never once was backboated. So.
Hey, my man. Because look, a lot of these guys, you know, they just backboat you and it's freaking obnoxious to have your boat. Let me just show y'all what I'm talking about. Okay, we've got all this shoreline to hit, right? The boater should always be focused up here. Okay, you have all that to cover. Give your co-angler, you know, from there all the way up here. You take that up that way. You don't need to be selfish, okay? And a lot of boaters do this thing, okay? The boat's gonna turn this way, okay? And then they're pitching right here. It's like, okay, now look at him. Now he's disenfranchised. He's disadvantaged, right? So what is he supposed to do while I'm focused up here being all selfish? You know, be a good boater. Just be a good boater, be a good dude. Give your boys a chance. So we're gonna turn out and I'm gonna show you the proper way. So now we're parallel with the shoreline. Yeah, precisely. So now I'm positioned out this way and we've got the boat facing almost away from the shoreline. Now I have the ability to hit, you know, from here all the way up. And then he can get all that. So then you've got two lines in the water in ample areas and then bam, your chances of catching a fish go. All right, we're in the back of this cove on a rock bluff and we're just fishing. I'm fishing my custom 110. Jay Lee's throwing his mega bass, the official sauce. All right, so we're coming around this corner in the back of the cove and like I said, we're probably gonna switch it up here because of all the concentration of leaves against the shoreline. I know this jerkbait will produce, but we have to be around willing fish. And a lot of guys get caught up on the, you know, look, there's a bunch right there underneath us. A lot of guys get caught up on how difficult the fishing is and they don't think to just keep active, just keep switching, keep moving, keep doing instead of sulking, because then it just gets, you know, too much. We're going to a medium light right now with a Kitech Shad Impact 5-inch or 4-inch. Yeah. I've had a you know, a good amount of people hit me up and they say thank you for that video. And I'm like, bruh, y'all need to get on it. Get on the Kitech now. Oh, look. Oh, no. Come here. There he is.
Got him. Oh my goodness. Did it?
Yeah.
Net?
Nah. Look at that. Right when I say that. Unreal.
Is that crazy or what, guys? We were just talking about how he was doing good on that Kitech. And we got a fish on. You sure you don't need the net? Oh my goodness, bro. That's just funny. That's funny.
Yeah, boy.
That's funny.
Let's go.
What is that, like 3.5?
No. He's a 2 1/4.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm tripping. I haven't been fishing in a while. That looks like a big fish.
Dude, did you see that? My line was just gone. I was like, dude, fish. Thank you, mama. Appreciate you.
Woo. Right back down. Hell yeah, brother.
The gorge didn't win today. We did it. We got that one quality fish out the way.
Was that out on the?
That was out.
On
That was out here.
Yeah.
So he, you know, he wasn't deep, but he wasn't in 5 feet. He was in like 12. So this is the special bait, the Shad Impact 5-inch. We're gonna go for a silver flash minnow color. That's where it all starts, right? Up top. All right, now that the so you guys are gonna see me start from this point on. You're gonna see me start switching a lot, so just pay attention. All right, I might not tell you every time, but you'll notice that things are gonna change. This is what I call it the 6-pounder at the pond with. This is a swim jig. It's not a chatterbait, although they're one and the same pretty much.
Up on a really good spot. You have got to be kidding me.
Come here, you not that big.
All right, I gotta switch it up, guys. Clearly, they want some shadow.
The camera was off.
I got you.
You got it? Nice. He hit up here, dude.
Yeah, I got him.
He hit up here. But you know, this was the this is, I believe, a V&M swim jig with a salty super fluke trailer Arkansas shiner. This fish hit, you know, well out. This is one of those classic suspended fatso fish, man. Look at his belly. That's 2. So I'm hanging out right here on the edge of this sloping rounded point, and it's like 12 to 14 feet right here. And I'm gonna bring it off of the really, really shallow end. I'm gonna bring it off the edge and just crawl this bladed jig. Just enough so that it's getting action, but I'm not overpowering it, because these fish have shown us that they're not aggressive. They're not like chasing and willing. They're kind of on the more hesitant end of feeding. All right, I'm going with the War Eagle. Front Colorado, back Willow.
Get the shine and you get the feed.
But I haven't gotten on a spinnerbait bite in a long time. So I'm not throwing it because I'm like super confident in it. I'm kind of throwing it because like it's proven itself before. What am I throwing now, you ask? Well, we've gone to the OG Ned with a Yum Dinger 5-inch watermelon red. Ball of bait out here in 20. You want to roll out of here? You want to roll out of here? All right, so guys, I just opted for the swim jig with the super fluke trailer. I'm throwing this on these deeper edges, these deeper shorelines. You know, we're not getting much response from these fish. I got 2 this morning. Jay Lee's still looking for his first keeper. And yeah, that weather switch really, honestly, that symbolized kind of a change in the momentum, I guess. It was like all right, we got this. We got 5 coming up. To like the sun went away and the bite did too. Got him. Yeah! I had the camera off, but it's on now for the important part. The mega bass, the 110 coming through clutch.
Don't shake on me, don't shake on me. Look at that.
Dude, that thing always comes clutch though.
Look at that.
You got the skunker out. You got the skunker out, now it's time to upgrade. Good job, man. Whoa. How's that feel, man?
Acrobatics.
Right back to it, right?
That was good, yeah.
Like riding a bike.
See, now I'm fired up.
There you go.
Now I'm ready to go.
Got his ass! He was swimming with that for a straight minute. Oh, we have life on the end of the line. Oh, do you have one? Please have one. God. Oh, he's lively, dude. You're a lively dude. Come here, man. You're not even like cold yet. Not even that cold yet. Yeah, you're a little chilly. Look at the glow, man. Such a beautiful animal. This is why we do it, man. There's no other reason. For the love of the fish.
Yep.
This man was eating a cookie and he had a bite and the fish was like, he knew. As soon as I handed you a cookie, that fish was like, pew. The way of the world. Is somebody on fire over here? Somebody burning a pile of herb? He was on that for a minute. Like I felt him and I'm like, he's there, but I didn't set the hook. And then I just kept holding it and then he was just like, all right, not much time, buddy. You know, these winter fish, the cold water fish in the mid-Atlantic region where we reside, they're not easy, man. It's very frustrating. I keep licking this line because I'm switching up. Why? Because what we were using was not working, and we use like everything, all right? So we're going to the final resort, my emergency, my Guaranteed catch, like, you know, half the time at least. Kitech Easy Shiner. The heck? What was that? Kitech Easy Shiner 5-inch, 4-inch electric shad on a tube jig head. And we're just gonna throw this soft swim bait up on these shallow points out into deeper water and hope that something chases it down and eats it. How you feeling, bro?
These fish are so ridiculous.
Agreed.
So ridiculous.
Well, damn. Just another school of fish that are not biting what we're throwing. It's been typical today. All day we've kind of gone down the shoreline, you know, whichever part of the lake we're at, we come across big schools of fish like this. Show them what's going on, Keith. See that? Those are living aquatic organisms. Stuff we want to catch, but can't seem to do so. So here's the next move. I want to give you guys a little tip on soft swim bait fishing, all right? I'll do a later video specializing in this technique specifically, but right now, just a quick tip, right? If you guys can't find a jig head that suits your needs, mainly for 3, 4, and even 5-inch soft swim baits, like the Kitech Easy Shiner that I love so much, it produces like no other. This thing is an animal, and it's primarily a finesse technique. So I'll be throwing this on a medium heavy spinning rod at the heaviest. I prefer a medium, and the heaviest we'll go with these heads is a 1/4 ounce, maybe 3/8 if I'm trying to get down deeper. But then the trouble arises when you try to go to an even deeper presentation with the same size bait. So if you want to get down there real deep, 15, 20, you're gonna have trouble, because once you get above about a 1/4 ounce with these heads, or 3/8, they start to put ginormous hooks on there that are like, you know, 3/0, 4/0, whatever. They're just too damn big. So you can see that as almost like a 1/0 hook. Probably, you know, maybe even like a size 2. They're just small finesse style hooks, and this head is a tube jig head. So if you guys are struggling, opt for a tube jig head. They're gonna come with a bit smaller shank hook, and that's gonna suit these finesse soft swim baits perfectly. So just a little tip for you guys. Gets a perfect action. It's got a nice cylindrical head, and it's gonna allow that thing to run as a ball jig head would. But like I said, it gets complicated when you move up in weight, because then on the market there's not much that has a suitable size hook for a smaller presentation. So use that. Hopefully it helps you guys. The tube jig heads have a really nice keeper as well, so that's important. And then here's the final result, guys. A very finesse technique that's going to catch a lot of fish for you throughout the year, and hopefully for us today, because it has been tough. Let's go. All right, warriors, just like that, the day has come to an end. I mean, nothing special really. You know, it's always great to be out here, and especially after a long hiatus, the break from filming and fishing, man. So it's been like a good month at least since, you know, I've been out here really getting out 2 times, 3 times a week. Hopefully gonna change that. I am committed to fishing through the winter, so have no fear. Your boy will be out here, but that does not guarantee catching fish. As you guys know, it's been tough. We had a tough day, but we still caught keepers, a couple. You got what? How many fish you had total, bro?
I got 2.
2?
Yeah.
One of them wasn't a keeper. Just barely, right?
Yeah, just barely, just barely.
And then I had 2 keepers, one of them barely. So it's just the way it is right now, man. We're taking it for what it is and not sulking over, you know, how tough the fishing was, because we're used to it on Ricky Jorge Lake. This place is just an epic challenge. So we're looking forward to coming back out, challenging ourselves again before they shut the place down November 30th. It's November 5th, 7th, something like that. But we'll be back out before the 30th for sure, and hopefully for some bigger fish. Thank you guys for joining me and my boy Jay Lee. Check out Bass on the Brain. I'll link it below. Till next time.
Peace.